Okay, this is a weed killing tarp because this is where my compost was brought in. You can see I bring in a lot of yard compost, and there was a lot of crabgrass brought in here, a lot of seed. So what this is it's a black tarp, and you use these sandbags and you put pea gravel in them. That's about 3 or 4 pounds of pea gravel. And that holds it down so the wind doesn't blow it away. And what you do is you wait until it rains and you put this down, and then you pull it up 6 weeks later. And what happens is in that heat, all the weed seed will germinate, and then it will die for lack of light, so that when you pull the thing up later, you'll find a bunch of dead little baby weeds under there, and that kills all your weed seed. And this is the reason we're back here is because this is my favorite view of the farm. And I like to get right in this corner of my property. This is 2 acres. And I just look at it here. I wish I had a tree house back here where I can just look at it. It looks so peaceful from here. Just to look at that. It shows my fields and my house and my barn. And you can see the down the grape line. That's 350 foot of grape, and these are 300-foot rows of watermelon and tomatoes. And so there's my house and my my little 2-acre farm here that Lowe's gave me. And if you look over here to the west, that's where Lowe's is going to build a 3-acre pond over there for all the drainage to go. They're still saying they're going to build the Lowe's eventually. It'll be up there, and so that'll be fine. Just whenever I need plumbing parts, I'll just walk over to Lowe's. So I'm happy about that. And they may never build it because they're having an economic pullback, but that's about it. There's that down there is some Sudan sorghum that was cut. That was just cut maybe a week ago, and that there was cut maybe 3 weeks ago. So it's already growing back up. You can see how tall that's getting. It's already about 3 feet tall.
Damn.
I'll cut it when it gets up to about 4 or 5 feet, and it'll keep growing like that until frost, and then it'll decompose, and next year I'll have some really good stuff. I used to bring in leaves from other people's yards, but I quit doing that because of all the weed seed. So now I'm growing the Sudan sorghum and the sun hemp and field peas for green manure. And so this is, I mean, you can kind of see how the watermelons are doing. It's just another shot of them. There's red flags for watermelons that are ready to pick. And, so gosh, I haven't seen everybody for such a long time. But anyway, so this is just
Hank?
Yeah.
You got a close-up like you wouldn't believe.
Okay. You can hear my neighbor back there. He's a super nice guy. I'm just blessed with really nice neighbors. This over here is Clifford. He's got beehives, and he's got a tractor. He came and plowed this for me. And so you see, it's kind of a, an agricultural neighborhood, and yet we're right in the city. Walmart's right there. You can't quite see it over those trees, but I can walk to Walmart real quick. And oh, my belt. I want to show you that. How's the light for this? Is it getting dark? The sun's kind of setting here. I invented this tool. This is just a piece of conduit that I put a foosball and taped it onto the end of it, and it really gets the weeds up. You can just see it gets them up by the whole root and everything. This is Mexican clover. It's very hard to get the root, but with that it gets the whole root. And this is oh, I don't have, yeah, there it is. This is a tool I bought. A blacksmith made this for me, and it really does a good job again of getting the Mexican clover. but it doesn't quite get the root as deep as the one that I invented. But this works good sometimes. I mean, if I want to get clumps of grass up, it does a great job of getting up clumps of grass or Bermuda grass, because you don't want Bermuda grass around here. And then this here is just a Walmart bag, and the reason that's there is because, you know, you can't let any of these seeds, any of these things, see, here's one that's ready to go to seed, so I just put that in my bag. See, because then I can separate the part that I want from the part that I don't want, and then I can, because the rest of it's green manure. So I do that, and I knock the dirt off the roots, and then I pinch the seed heads off, put them in my little bag, and the rest of that is good green manure. So I keep it. That's how the organic guys do it. We don't use Roundup or anything around here. And I will sometimes weed for 14 hours a day. I sometimes work 16 hours straight on this farm. But eventually this will be a weed-free farm, and when it does, then its potential to earn money will go way up. And you can see the watermelon there. They've been picked through for this weekend, and they're coming. There'll be some more later on. You can see little watermelon are forming like that.
You got a nice crop going there, Frank.
This is actually not as good as I've had some years, but I did a new irrigation system, and it malfunctioned this year, and they went 5 days without water, and it kind of stunted the growth. I think that one, there's supposed to be one between there, and it died. Right. So, but that's, you know, every 10 years and so I have to get a new electronic watering system, and this happened to be the year, and it took me a while to get the hang of it.
Well, shoot. Nothing ever goes right the first year. I don't care who you are. You're going to have bugs to get out.
But I've got, besides this, I've got a lot of watermelon like Bill saw. It grows all through the fence. It grows out of my compost pile, so I'll have a lot more watermelon than this. And, my neighbor is a baseball player, and his baseballs wind up in my yard.
Oh, shit.
These are my grapes. You can show them. These are my muscadine grapes.
Whoa.
These are just babies. They'll get the size of a silver dollar later on. It's called the Supreme Muscadine, and they get really big. But it's just July now, and they don't really get big until late August.
There's some of these growing over in the field over across the way.
Yeah, they're.
And I kind of stop and.
More of them. I'll get a lot of watermelon that I didn't even plant. Like, for example, if you come up here, you'll see that last year I spilled a few seeds under this grapevine. And since these are irrigated, you know, with the same drip irrigation, look. See, there's a big watermelon growing up under the grapevine there. So there's watermelons all through here, growing like that. All this is watermelon that came from the grape. See, there's another one growing up under the grapevine there, and another one there, and another one there.
You got a twofer over here.
There's 3 of them. Yeah, there's actually 3 right there, and then there's more, a lot more growing over there. And, I've also got Thompson seedless grapes.
And these are squash?
Those are small. These are small squash. Like when the irrigation went out, they you can tell that's when they died. But then they grew out here, and squash vines have the ability to root, so they put out their own roots. And then we got some rain, and they started growing again, so I'll get more squash.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear it.
These are my Thompson seedless grapes right here. You can see.
Nice.
Like that, and so then
and nice hands right there. That's a nice bunch, a nice hand.
Yeah, nice hand of grapes. But I think I'm getting rid of these and planting more muscadines because these you gotta kind of spray them and baby them and I don't do things like that. And then this is, like I said, this is a compost pile that a bunch of watermelons just started growing up out of it. And that's what you see out there, a little baby watermelon out on the street because of that. And here's my orchard again. We've come all the way around. I can show you this part of my orchard. These are called full-use persimmons right here. These will get the size of a baseball when they're ripe. Those won't be ready to eat until Thanksgiving. But
and that's your persimmon.
Yeah, they're coming along. These will get much bigger. These are Oriental persimmons. And so let's see. I got 3 of those. And then this is a Stanley plum here. It's only 3 years old. These don't really get anything on them for a while, but there's one plum right here. You can see that's got its first plum on it. It's only been there 3 years. And they usually don't start bearing for about 5 years. But this year it got 1 on it. This is my peach. We had a bad frost this year, so we didn't get any peaches this year. But this is an Asian pear. And I'm getting rid of those too. I'm getting more pawpaws. That's another. This is another American persimmon from Ohio that will be seedless, and it will get big, huge persimmons on it. This is just a second year that's been there. You can see there's ants on there. That's why I put the paint on there, and then I'll spray that with ant repellent. So I'll do that probably after this. This is my fig tree. One of my favorites. That we'll do the fig tree. My fig tree is called a Brunswick fig, and it can really handle cold weather. You could probably grow these in Atlanta, where a lot of my relatives live. And but this is a really good fig tree because these don't split and get little maggots in them like some other figs do. It's a big, juicy fig. And then that there is my mulberry tree that you can see with my harvesting ladder up in it.
Right.
That thing has only been there for 4 years and it's grown phenomenally. And every single year I get a lot of mulberries. And then that's just a Chinese.
Are they the white or the red?
They're black.
They're black?
When they're ready, they're black.
Okay.
And those are delicious. They just look like blackberries, big long blackberries. I mean, they're long. And let's see. Oh, can we do the tractor real quick? Show them the tractor.
Okay.